to my February makes. I'm still in the same outfit because I'm filming them all the same day. Alrighty, so welcome to February. I hope that you are having a good time sewing. This is Anmaree's workshop where I make stuff. This is Simplicity 8657. It's one of their hacking patterns. And if you have seen any of my other videos, you know I love a hacking pattern. If you like these kind of things, I'm just going to remind you to subscribe, like, and hit the bell. And whenever I put these out, you'll see them. Simplicity 8657 is I will insert it here, I think you can make it into a dress, a tunic, a shirt. Here are all the possibilities that you can turn it into. I did view number 2 with the tie in the back. I had this piece of fabric that I've been carrying around. It is a cloth world. That's how long I've been carrying it around. It's a knit, very little stretch. But I thought it would be a wonderful summer dress, especially resort wear. I'm starting to figure out that now that I'm retired, a lot of my things that I wear while I'm on the island here is resort wear. All right, so even though I love fall, I really don't have that much use for fall clothes. So I'm embracing the spring. So here's the back with the tie I did with a satin white because I didn't have enough left to use a self tie in this fabric. But she's very pretty. She has side slits. She's very comfortable. I can see me throwing her on over a bathing suit or just wearing her with some white sandals or some blue sandals or some pink sandals or some yellow sandals. Anything on the beach or walking around at town or even at home. So I highly recommend it. You will be seeing, I'm sure over the years or year, different variations because I love the challenge of a hacking pattern. I love trying all the little different variations they have. All right, so this was Simplicity 8657. Now, this is one of my loves. This is New Look 6654. This is my lighting. Better? There you go. And I'll insert it right here. This is one of my all-time favorite patterns. It is a apple-shaped person's best friend because the tie that goes around the waist is concealed inside of the dress. So it goes around your waist to keep it in place. It ties in the front, but the back is free. And if that wasn't enough, it also has a flounce at the back, like a little trail that flutters when you walk. Y'all, it's a stunner. Mimi G has a sew along. She's done it on her Instagram roll. And if you want to see variations of it, you can check it out there. I have made 3 of them so far. I'm moving it into my staple drawer, as in if I get a fabulous fabric. Let's talk about this fabric. Oh my goodness. I bought this on Etsy. I will put the link below. I thought the motifs were going to be very small, but I'm here for this. I am here for this. It is a Andy Garcia print, I believe. I don't want to be wrong, so I'll do the research and include it below. But y'all, it has pockets, the tie. I got to use different color buttons. It has a princess floating thing in the back. It has a stand-up collar that will support necklaces. Y'all, this is the pattern. I absolutely love it. I'm afraid you're going to be seeing it as long as I'm around to make it, because they're a dream to wear. I did this one sleeveless. I edged it in bias tape because I find that the sleeve that's included in it is a bit tight for my fleshy upper arms. But I do have a flounce sleeve, and on the very next one of these that I make, I'm going to try the flounce sleeve. I think I've cut this out in a pink and white Oxford because I have quite a few things cut out. So you might see that one first. But this is New Look 6654, a winner. Now the next dress is this fall's Rachel Comey's, you know I'm a fan, 1821. And once again, let me preface Rachel Comey. Up until this spring season, they're usually oversized. When you see them on a hanger, you think, oh, I don't know, I think that's too big. When you make them, you think, that's no too big. But once again, I'll insert the picture of me in one of them. They are fire on. They are comfortable. They have a statement. They have a way. She's really, really talented. So I'll show you some of the details in this one. I'll show you the line drawing. I will go ahead and take pictures and insert them because my light is pretty bright today. But I had this denim embroidered fabric and faded and distressed and everything, lightweight. I had it, I bought it from Joann's a long time ago, and I had it for so long, but I never quite found the right thing for it, and this was the right thing. It has the denim and a kind of a green. The edge is fringed. You know, you do that 1 inch stitch around the end and then you fringe it. It took longer to fringe it than it took to make the whole dress. Sewers, you know what I mean. Sometimes a little detail that makes it is all. There were wonderful things. The set in pocket was very nice. It was stitched on the outside, so there it comes down in a piece in the front and it gathers. It gathers in the back. Now, they style it with these awesome boots. I have some navy blue high boots like this. I don't know. I might try it whenever I'm visiting the United States. But now I'll wear it with some sandals because it's lightweight. It's not too heavy for Jamaica. This was one of the best parts about it. I'll bring her closer. It had buttons on the sleeves, and I've been holding this button for a very long time. And it is the exact perfect color. So sometimes you get little delights like this. So this button worked perfectly. I did not do a buttonhole. I felt the buttonhole in order to get over, because look how high it is. I thought in order to get over that, I was going to have to make a ginormous buttonhole. So I just stitched it in place. It didn't have to be close. I can get my hand through. But I think it's perfect. This is Rachel Comey's Vogue 1821. This is McCalls 7838, and I made View D with the open flounce and the bow ties. Oh, she's so cute. She's so cute. I absolutely loved it. I loved the fabric. I loved it being Black History Month, and I love these little Afro-tastic young ladies of all different colors, because African Americans aren't the only one who get curly hair. All right, so I loved it. I loved them. So, but she's already gone. My daughter saw her the other night and said, "Ooh, Mom, can I have that shirt?" And I told you that when you sew, even though you sew for artistic expression and for the joy of it, someone might come along because even though I think she's beautiful, I can only wear her so much. Let her go out into the world and enjoy herself with younger people. So this is McCalls 7838. I will include where I got this material from and the name of it in the description box. All right, have patience with me. This is yet another Rachel Comey. It might be time for me to move on to another designer, but not yet. And this coat was a delight. I don't know how you feel about having elbows out. I never thought about it. I'm really going to have to check my elbows as I wear this. But I made this jacket and a companion pair of pants, but that's not in the February makes. But everything about this was fire, except for the instructions. I feel they have an error. Now, most of the time when I sew things and something is not turning out right, even if I think they've done something wrong, I pretty much know it's me because there's lots of people who are testing these patterns. I know that it's not them, that it's me. But in this case, it wasn't me. So if you choose to take this pattern on, because it is a stunner, these ruffles that go on the around the elbow, the instructions show you to cut this piece 12. They show it as a single piece and they don't give instructions about what to do about the edging. It's not a single piece. It's supposed to be cut on the fold so that you can get the same look that is in the picture. If you cut it as a single piece, what are you going to do with the raw edge? And so I did. I said, okay, I'll baby hem it. They look like little curly cues. That's not right. That is not what it is supposed to look like. So if you take this on, which she's a beauty, I have another African fabric I'm going to do her in. The lining was from another project. And they had some wonderful treatments like this mitered edge on the inside that you cover with bias to give it some weight. I absolutely love this jacket. Absolutely love it. I'm figuring out about my elbows. I might have like a black turtleneck kind of thing going on underneath, but wonderful pattern except for that one little glitch. Vogue, I don't know how they missed it. They missed it in the cutting out and they missed it in the instructions. They give you no info. It goes from 29 to 30 on the instructions. It tells you not what to do with the edge, which makes me feel like it should have been folded and then gathered. And that's what it looks like. That's why it looks so large and rich on this pattern. So sometimes you catch things and you just have to make your own choices. But all in all, this is Vogue 1710. I believe it's the last Rachel Comey on my thing for February. But it won't stop me from making her. Absolutely love everything. And she always makes apple shapes and rectangles. My next make is a Vogue pattern by Paco Peralta. This is my very first make of one of his things. I thought that these were gorgeous. I cut out this view, but even with the adjustment, I was too short for it because I wanted my funky pants to show, and I just don't have enough clearance between here and the floor to make it show. So I ended up cutting it down to the tunic. And believe it or not, the tunic was almost like a dress for me. Absolutely loved it. I loved the insert of this little inset here of the black. And I loved the mitered edges and everything. And I had special feelings for this because my ex-mother and I, my late ex-mother and I, she passed year before last. She was a seamstress extraordinaire. When she made clothes, it looked like people were standing in them. And she had her own shop and everything before she immigrated to America. And we found this fabric together at Hancock Fabrics when Hancock was still alive. We were when I was living in Pennsylvania, and I got 6 yards and she got 6 yards, and she made a wonderful kind of coat shirt dress that was just beautiful. I wish I could have found it before it was, distributed with her things, but I missed that boat. But when I was making it, that's another thing. I remembered everything about her, how much fun it was for us to search for patterns together and fabric together, and how much we enjoyed the art of sewing together. So Ruby, this one's dedicated to you. So this is the tunic, and here are the pants with that tuxedo-like insert. Lovely, Mr. Peralta. I have to say, I didn't pay enough attention to you in the Vogue patterns, and I think I think this is the only pattern I saw in Something Delightful. I'll go back and check, but it makes me want to collect him. So I'll be checking out eBay and Etsy and see if I can find anything else, because I really loved how this came out. All right, this is Vogue 1550 by Paco Peralta. Now, this dress is McCalls 7084, and she is in transition. I have not. She is a blueberry purple or a candy purple, or I've just had the hardest time finding the right button for her. So I ordered some off of the Offray site. I was hoping for silver because of the fine silver thread that was all the way through it. It had, I think, 7 godets, and I'll show you. She's a beauty. I've had her for a very long time, wanting to make her, especially with these contrasts and everything. She was a dream to sew, and this is one of my clearance fabric challenges that I'm going to make a video for later this year. Like, I'm going to use all the things that I get from my $1.99 row at Ping's Fabric in Mandeville, Jamaica, and I'm going to put them into a video because I just love the challenge. It's like a puzzle. It's like a puzzle, and this is a stretch polyester blend fabric, but when you wear it, it's just beautiful on. And the little silver streaks, they're subtle, but I know that they're contrasting, and I think I might make this again when I find something a bit more bold. But this is my first knock at it. When I complete it with buttons and all, I'll insert it right here, which my button should arrive before the end of February, so you'll be seeing that. On to the next challenge. This is another make for February. I had, if you have seen my January makes video, you know that I made a legacy quilt for my mom. She had crocheted these intricate doilies that when I was a kid I spent time ironing and putting on fabric, putting on furniture. So she had left me a collection of them. So I had 2 left after making that beautiful quilt that I'll show somewhere around here. And so I wanted to make, I have cushions that fit on the bed that I was going to display the quilt on. And because I had 2 doilies left, I decided to make pillows. So this is a self-styled pillow, and I have some beautiful Ankara fabric on the back. So I can zip them in and out of the pillows that I made. I sandwiched the top between, I found this black, I think it's a wool blend, and I sandwiched a piece of old quilt in between and freehand stipple stitched around the edge of the material before adding the little pom-poms, trim, and adding the Ankara fabric at the back. I also had these leaves that were left over from another quilting project, and if you can keep things, you don't have to throw them away. Sometimes you get to use them again. So this is another one of my February makes, and this is the finished product to go on the bed with the quilt. This is McCalls 7909. I absolutely fell in love with this pattern. It was beautiful to make in this really festive fabric and everything, but when I tried it on, I'm still an apple. And even though it looked like it was going to be a little loose, I don't know, maybe in about 20 pounds, even though I measured it and everything, it just didn't pop. But super cute, had like a little bra inside. Really liked it. Maybe it could happen for me as I lose weight, or I have a feeling someone's going to come for it. Now, this is, let's see, I think this is a Butterick. It is Butterick, yes, 5815. Super simple, super quick, no facings, so cute on. Who knew? I really thought I saw it more of as a tunic, but because I'm short, it turned out to be a super cute dress. You'll see me wearing it after this little section, but very pleased. I'm going to make some more of these. This is great if you have, it took, the B, it took 2 3/4 in 45-inch and 1 7/8, so less than 2 yards in 60-inch wide. So if you got this wonderful piece of Georgette, or in this case, a wonderful polyester, you're in business. Very nice. This is Vogue 9253, and I got turned on to this pattern by watching the YouTube video by Marcy Harrell, who I follow, entertainer and sewer extraordinaire, and this was one of the 6 patterns she said that would level up your game, and they were just wonderful patterns to own. And what the great thing was, I owned almost all of the patterns that she talked about. She did one self-make, how to adjust a jeans jacket, and she also did this pattern, and she hacked it all different ways, and I kind of hacked it a little bit myself. But I had this gorgeous Ankara print in navy with giant pineapples and irises on it. Just beautiful fabric, and I made Vogue 9253. Now, I own this pattern, and I love when someone recommends something and I already have the pattern. So I was saving this fabric for something special. It is very, very large, but I live in resort wear. I live in a resort in the whole island, and I'm retired now, so I can wear this kind of thing. Now, when I wear this, I will wear a cami, because while Ms. Harrell may be not as gifted as I am. So I need something that I cannot go all the way down here with my décolleté. I cannot. So, but she's a gorgeous sew. Now, the way she hacked it is, she has opened it in the front and made it a robe. She has altered the size. She has made it strapless. She's made it shorter. And I'm going to try all those things. Now, this pattern has a back zipper. And now that I'm older, I'm not all that much a fan of that back zipper. You know, I'm just older now. So how I'm going to make more of these, but I'm going to hack it in that right here where the because it ties up high. I'm going to put a invisible zipper right here so I can step into it to the front. This I could pull over my head, but ideally I put an invisible zipper here because the tie, the bow tie here will cover the top of the zipper here. And that's how I'm going to hack it the next time I make it. It did take all 6 yards of my Ankara fabric. The skirt is substantial, and so are the sleeves and everything, but it's a beautiful one. Now this lovely is McCalls 8035. And I made it in this beautiful soft knit that I found while I was on vacation a few weeks ago. It feels delicious. It was lovely to sew. It's a beautiful dress. It's just not for me because I'm apple shaped. And at my best, I'm rectangular shaped. And I feel like this dress would be so lovely on a lovely hourglass or pear-shaped woman, and I'm sure I have a lot of those in my life. And even though I love this fabric and I love how it's sewed up, it just didn't do anything for me. I really, it counted on an in and out, and I don't in and out. So someone is going to get this luscious dress. It was really lovely to sew. I had big plans after I made it. I was so tickled about how it came out. I was going to make it in a gold velvet, stretch velvet. Oh, I had such plans to use the other to do this one, but not for me, for somebody else though. Now, this one is called In the Trenches. And I have the finished garment here. Well, not quite so finished. Here's the dilemma about living in Jamaica. When I lived in the United States, if I was looking for buttons, I would just trot myself down to the latest sewing store that had buttons. But unfortunately, where I live in Jamaica, the fabric store, they have some nice buttons, but everything's very basic, circular, flat, several colors, but this baby needs some nice buttons. Not only does this pattern have a nice patch pocket right here with detailed, a parallel stitch detail on it, it also has a lap button facing so that your buttons do not show on the outside. They're encased on the inside. It has a pull drawstring to make it form-fitted, but here is what's also beautiful about this. It has a back shield. Isn't that gorgeous? It is a back shield. Let me see if I can get it all the way around with a back pleat. All right, now the sleeves have a nice placket and a fold back cuff. Very, very beautiful. Now, unfortunately, only it needs is some buttons, right? Also, so this pattern has two parts. It has the jacket or the shirt, and then it also has a drindle skirt with a back pleat, set in pockets, double top stitched, triple elastic waist. I think it's a beautiful set. Came out so lovely. So these were my February makes. It was quite a bit of them. I didn't realize I had made so many things. My dad had cataract surgery, so I was a little anxious this month. So I think I sewed a little bit more than normal, but I do sew it fairly quickly in batches and stuff. And I've been sewing a long time, so that's why I got through so many items. And I only had one kind of sad thing. That purple dress that's earlier in the video, I was waiting on buttons. I think I got scammed, y'all. I ordered about $60 worth of buttons to handle a whole bunch of projects I had coming up, because buttons are kind of tricky to get here, that are not basic, and I didn't get any, and none came out of my account, but they have my credit card information. So I went and looked at buttons.com, and I went and looked at them on Facebook, on Instagram. They seemed okay, but when I tried to log back in, I couldn't get into my account. They didn't answer the phone. They haven't taken any money out yet, but you know how it is when you take people's information. And then I started going on Facebook, on their site, and looking at the reviews, and people were talking about they never got their buttons. They paid, and there was like a whole list of people complaining. So I'm going to be hopeful. I'm going to give it a few more weeks. Hopefully I'll get my buttons, but they were super cute, and they were a good price, and I should have known, maybe. So if not, that purple dress won't get finished until I go to America and pick up some more buttons. Or I'm going to try Etsy. My daughter suggested Etsy. And so that's just a cautionary tale, but doesn't stop me from sewing. So I'm going to take a little break for a week, do clean up my sewing room, put everything away, and then go back into my buckets and see what I want to do next. I am pretty excited. I did get my new patterns. Check out my haul. There are a few patterns that I got in there that I want to get cracking on, as well as my 9 makes, my discount fabric haul, and my bargain one. So there's more stuff to sew. Keep making, and I hope you are keeping well. See you soon.